Yes, hello students. So in this video, I am going to talk about the components of a plasmid cloning vector. You know what is a vector, which is used to transfer the alien piece of DNA into the host. The most common vector which is used in the biotechnology labs are plasmid DNA. Okay, but apart from that, in your syllabus, there is a mention of one very important vector, which is PBR322. It is also a type of vector which can carry the piece of DNA into the host cells. So here they have given 3 to 4 properties of this vector, which is called as PBR322. I am writing here PBR322 is the name of the vector. Okay, and this is a diagram which is given. This is a diagram which is given in your NCERT books also. You have to learn this diagram as such. First of all, I will tell you the components of the diagram, and then I will explain you the features. Okay, maybe I will be making two videos. Okay, maybe I will be making two videos so that you can understand better. Now, students, this is a one type of the circular PBR322 vectors. Okay. Now, there are many things which are present in this. So, what are that things basically? These things are, students, if you can see here. First of all, I will tell you the most important point is ORI, that is the origin of replication. Definitely, any vector will have the property to replicate, okay, to replicate autonomously, independently, okay, and for that, it should have the origin of replication always, through which, from which its replication will start. So, anything which is acting as a vector or anything which is anything which is replicating, we can tell that it will be having the ORI. Okay, so what is this ORI? Replication will always start from the ORI, and any fragment of DNA when linked to this ORI can be made to replicate. So this is the one very important thing regarding the PBR322 vector. Okay, apart from that, if you are seeing, students, here they have written AMPR and TETR, amphicycline resistance and tetracycline resistance. This is the antibiotics basically. And in this vector, especially in this vector, what is the quality? That it has the amphicycline resistance gene and the tetracycline resistance gene, which will provide the resistance to the these type of antibiotics. Okay, which will provide the resistance to these type of the antibiotics. And what is this ROP? If you are seeing here, they actually are they are playing just a very minor role in this. They are the proteins which are helping in the replications. Okay, so ROP is the proteins which are helping in the replication of this vector. Okay, this is not so very important. Now, if you can see this PST1, PVU1, EcoR1, CLA1, HIND3, BAMH1, SAL1, PVU2. What are these? These are the sites which are referred to the recognition sites or the palindromic sites for the restriction enzyme. These are the name of the enzymes: EcoR1, HIND3, PVU1, BAMH1. So, for example, if BAMH1 has BAMH1, they all are the, students, restriction enzymes. These all. So, if BAMH1 has to cut this particular vector, it will cut at this site. If HIND3 has to cut, it will cut at this side. If PVU2 has to cut, it will cut at this side. If you remember, in our class also, I have told you that every restriction enzyme will have its own recognition sequence. It will not interfere with the other restriction enzymes. So many restriction enzymes can cut this PBR322 vector, and they are having their specific sites. Okay, so first was the origin of replication, I told you. So then second are the selectable markers. Actually, ampicillin resistance and tetracycline resistance genes, they are considered as the selectable markers. Okay, what are the markers in biotechnology which is able to differentiate the recombinants, which is able to differentiate the recombinants versus non recombinants? Okay, how they will be able to differentiate, that I will be taking in the next video, because that is a very important concept. Okay, then coming to the cloning sites. Okay, I told you what are the cloning sites. These are the cloning sites basically. These are the cloning sites for different restriction enzyme, and they can cut the this DNA, this vector at these different sites. So they have written also these sites refer to the recognition sites for the restriction enzymes, and these are the sites where these restriction enzymes will cut the DNA. Okay, why these sites have been actually they have given, because if you know more than one recognition sites are present for example BAMH1, if it has if it can cut here also, it can cut here also, it will actually complicate the entire cloning process, because then there will be numerous fragments, very much palindromic sites. So for each restriction enzyme there will be present, for each restriction enzyme there will be present what, there will be present a particular recognition site. Okay, only in this site this restriction enzyme can cut this vector, and we can paste the foreign DNA or our gene of interest in that region. Some regions are, if you can see here, some regions are intermingled also. In the diagram it is seen like this, but normally they will not overlap each other. Normally they will not overlap each other. Okay, then third thing which I am going to tell you, how these ampicillin and tetracycline resistance, how they are actually helping the to select the recombinants versus non-recombinants, that I will be telling you in the next video. So listen very carefully and go through this video number of times. Thank you.